Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at things that I love so much that are such favorites. I always have them unopened as a backup, and I thought that that was indicative of how much they are like staple products for me and that it might be useful to share with you. But what are the things where I'm not looking for a new and improved one? This is my holy grail in that category and I just buy it. So I thought it might be useful for you. So we're going to start with skincare. So you all probably know by now that my favorite SPF is the Skinesis Skin Insurance 50 in the clear. I have just opened one, so I'm not going to open this one because this is going to remain in its backup position. This is what it looks like. It's a hard bottle that looks like a squeezy tube. It's got a pump. And what's nice about this is it really doesn't mess with any of the foundations or bases that I like to put over it. And it has a skin enhancing effect in that it's just an SPF, a chemical SPF. But when I massage that into my skin, even on a no makeup day, it gives a little bit of a sheen. I don't think there's any shimmer, and if there is, it's so fine. But it almost gives a very subtle, not like Supergoop, a very subtle light reflection that just tightens the pores or does something that you can't really nail down what it is, makes you look prettier, and it's delivering my SPF 50. So I really love this product and I've used it for years, and I tried experimenting and looking at really light as air other SPFs, and they always misbehaved when I used them with certain makeup, and so it just annoyed me, and I've just stick with this one now. This is a favorite AM or second cleanse for me, and this is the Milky Jelly Cleanser from Glossier. This lives on the sink in my bathroom, and it's something that my girls use sometimes as well, so it just goes down very, very quickly. So I've usually got two backups of this. It doesn't do anything particularly exfoliating or dynamic. It just has a nice smell, a nice texture, and it's a nice AM cleanse when you're just getting your night skincare off. I really enjoy it. I've used it over and over for at least 4 years now. This is very much a holy grail product for me. This is an unopened jar of the Skin Diary Night Repair Therapy. So this is almost like an alternative to your prescription tretinoin, in that it has the same properties of renewal, encouraging the skin to repair itself, collagen, all that stuff. But it does it in a way that I find is a little bit more gentle. I really just love the way this makes my skin behave and improve, firmness, all the rest of it, hydration. So I absolutely love this. It's pretty spendy. I got a 10% off code, so I used it and bought my backup jar. I still use prescription Tret, but I sort of do it for a period of time and then have a break. At the moment, I'm gradually reintroducing it, and I just use that twice a week, and the rest of the time I use the Skin Diary. This is the Dr. Sam's Flawless Vitamin C and NAD Plus Serum. This is an effective high potency or clinically effective potency vitamin C, and it's the only one I've tried that I can tolerate. It says boost NAD plus, which is like switching on some sort of self-repair. I've forgotten the site, but basically this has got it visibly brightens, calm skin, 15% vitamin C complex, sunflower shoot extract, ectoin, and this ferulic acid and other things. And I use, it says one pump, but I use 2 pumps, although maybe my face is a bit smaller than it used to be. I could probably get away with 1 pump every day. Is the second thing that goes on, because I am using a pigmentation serum first, which I probably won't rebuy, to be honest. I'm not wild about it, but then this, and then I use my day cream. This is my favorite. The box is really battered. I need to actually get this out because I used up my previous jar when I was away in London and left that jar there in the recycling in my Airbnb. And this is the Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. I just like the original one. It's got a lovely lavender scent. Oh, look at that, all brand new. And I like a thick oil that I can just get my finger in, really work into the face, and it really gets all my makeup off. There are other flavors or scents, but I just really like the comforting lavenderiness of this one. So now that I open that, I will be on the hunt with Black Friday deals or whatever for another one. And I probably should have picked one of these up if it had been in stock. I think maybe it was out of stock or something. And there's some reason why I didn't in the Sephora savings event. The rest is makeup, but some of them are things like primers and setting sprays, so not colour makeup. But this is the Charlotte Tilbury SPF 50 Invisible UV Flawless, I find this a mouthful, Flawless Poreless Primer. This is the only true primer I've ever really gotten on with. I feel like it really does help with my pores, and it doesn't make foundations go weird on top of it. I've tried Tom Ford primers, I've tried loads of other primers. In fact, the only other two primers that I don't mind are drugstore affordable ones. One from Elf and one from, it's that Maybelline Grippy one I don't mind. But this is my favourite. And just like my SPF, I do find this does something that makes the skin look prettier, even if you don't go on to put anything else on top of it. If you just put this on as your SPF and go out the door, but I usually do use it all over the face and then wait a little bit for it to sink in and then go in with a foundation, especially with a foundation that maybe breaks up in certain areas over the course of the day. This really does help. Again, I'm about to open that. I've used up the previous one. Then just quickly, my ISO Clean. I have one of these open, and this is my backup because I do go through this very quickly. I get this from Amazon. It's a professional brush cleaner. I have a smaller bottle, which, where is that? Ah, here we are. On the go all the time. That is a sprayer, because some brushes I like to spray or spray on, say, like kitchen towel or a facial washcloth that I can wash. But this is the big size that I buy. You can get even bigger ones, but I find them a bit overwhelming to store. This one is, does it say anywhere on it? How many mils do you get in here? 275. So this is the size I buy. And it comes with this very handy dip tray. So often I will pour a little bit of this in here and really work a brush in. If it's, say, the worst culprit for this are these brushes from BK Beauty, the 101, 109 and 115. I feel like I can never get them truly clean. So if I put some of this kind of alcohol-based professional brush cleaner in there and really work it in and then take it to kitchen paper and stuff until it comes away clean, that is the best way for me to achieve like a deep clean. You don't have to rinse. So basically this is vegan, cruelty-free, works in 60 seconds, removes the toughest formula and pigments, prolongs the life of your brushes, no rinse required, suitable for obviously synthetic and real hair brushes. Really, really like this. So I wouldn't be without this whatsoever. And it's, I don't trust, sometimes with Amazon, particular brands go out of stock. So I do have another full size like this, because if I fill up this spray bottle, then half of that will be gone anyway. Setting sprays. This is actually a holiday gift set that I picked up from Sephora, but way before the savings event. This is one of my two favorite setting sprays. This is the On Till Dawn mattifying waterproof setting spray, and in here you get one full size, one travel size. The travel size, one of the ones I've got open, I've got several of these, is just this little size, and then the full bigger size, which looks like this. This is my bulletproof, not messing about, setting spray of choice. I wouldn't use it every day because it smells very chemically. It's very mattifying, very long wearing, and I just feel like it's too good to be true that I could get away with using that every day. If I could, I would, but I think that if I use it for several days in a row, I have sometimes got a tiny bit of dryness. And so my other backup setting spray is the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Soft Setting Spray. I do find this one, and I've got one open already. It looks like this. I do find this one nicely a balance with it being very long wearing but still being skin loving. It doesn't dry my skin out. And the one size, I have more than one lot of backups because I use them almost I use one of those most days, to be honest. Right, there's enough chat about setting sprays. And then we've just got some makeup. And the thing is, it's all very boring categories of makeup, really, because lipstick, blusher, things like that. I am going to invest in a Victoria Beckham foundation drops because it's quite small. It's my favourite at the moment. I can't see it not being my favourite, and I just don't really want to run out of that and have the and suddenly realise I've run out of it. That's on the list to get a backup. But what I'm saying is most colour cosmetics, whether it's eyeshadow, whatever, that I don't go through that quickly. I don't really feel the need to have backups. I have one eyeshadow quad from Chanel in backup just because it was limited edition and I was afraid to be without it in the future. But my staples that I will always have backups are brow and lash products. So Sweed Cloud is my favourite. Subtle, everyday, kind of bulletproof mascara that is never going to smudge. And I'm someone who likes to have the option of a brown mascara and a black mascara. So I have got the Cloud mascara in dark brown and in black, always in backup, because especially the brown is sometimes out of stock everywhere. So I actually have two of those in the brown. My other favourite mascara is the Lisa Eldridge Kitten Lash. So I've got one here in Burnt Umber. I just opened a new one in the black formula here. So I've opened up my backup. So then soon that goes on a list in my phone. As soon as I open a backup, I write it down in a kind of a virtual shopping list so that I know to pick up another one so that the backup is replaced. But yeah, Burnt Umber, her new warmish kind of brown mascara. I don't want to be without that one. This I really need to open right now because as of this week when I was in London, this is done. This is the Baby Blade. I'm in the shade, am I in the shade Taupe? Yes. So this is the Victoria Beckham brow pencil that I absolutely love. And yet there's no more twisting that up. You can see it is at the end. I'm amazed though. People say this is overpriced. I don't think it is. It lasts a really long time. It's got a spoolie on the end. I have been using this one for at least 8 months, 7 or 8 months daily to use it up. I don't apply heavily. I have a naturally quite fine brow and I don't want to draw on brows that don't feel like me, but every day I kind of really fill in this area and then I just do a few strokes here and brush it through so that they kind of match up. And I've only just now used this up as of 2 days ago. So it's time to open another one and then I will buy another one, leave it in the box as my next backup. So here you go. Very pleased to have a new one of those open. Okay, now, you know I'll get the one that is still on the go, so I don't want to open things if they're not actually due to be opened. So something I have used for probably 8 years now is the Trish Mcvoy Instant Eye Lift in the lightest shade. And this is an under eye brightener that you can use, yeah, that is pretty dry now, that you can use as a very light sort of concealer or just to bring light there if your concealer's got good coverage but it doesn't really maybe brighten. Or for me, I often have this in my bag, so I have 2 of these on the go in fact, to do a touch up when I'm out and about. It really does brighten. I'm not feeling very well today. I've got some sort of cold that started in the night. My throat is sore, my glands feel up, and I've got a bit of a dull headache. And this is the sort of place where I really show that I'm not 100%. So that has just really brightened me up. So that is dead, that one. I didn't realise, need to open the new one. And again, this is something I don't want to be without. And it's something that is sometimes difficult to get hold of. And that always motivates me even more to have these backups because, and I've even thought of more. I have the BFF, which is an SPF with a little bit of tint from Trinny London. And I have, it's in the bathroom under the sink, but I have an unopened one of those as well because sometimes my colour goes out of stock. It probably wouldn't happen now because they're carried by different retailers, but I just don't like the thought. In lockdown, I couldn't get that product for 3 months and it pissed me off. And then lastly, I have my Merit Minimalist Brow 1980 in the shade light brown. And I'll just grab the one that is currently in use and is open. This is my brow taming, or what would you call it? A brow pomade, I guess, of choice. The brush, some people don't like it because the brush is not that tiny and it can be a little bit messy, but I just like the way the color and the way the pomade performs. And I don't do a super neat brow, so I don't mind cleaning up if I get a bit too much through the tail here. So I do also like the Charlotte Tilbury really fine one. Is it Legendary Brows? I do really like one of the Glossier one. I think it's called Boy Brow, but that is my favorite. So that's what I have a backup of. And as I said, there are probably more things that I have backups of, but when I pulled this together, I may have overlooked them. I do know another one. My eye cream, which is the Tatcha Brightening. I've just opened another one of these early. This one is not used up. There's quite a bit in there, but I like having it here where I do my makeup and having another one in the bathroom cupboard, so I opened it early. I think that genuinely now is everything, other than that Trinny product that I forgot to bring in. But in terms of other products that I would consider getting backups of, I would say the other things that are staples that I'm looking at in this drawer that I would possibly go through. This is the Violet FR Balm Amour. It's not got any colour to it, it's just a treatment balm. I didn't think that the fill, I'm sure you get the mil for mil that they say you get, but it's filled to here. I've been using it an awful lot, so I'm thinking I would benefit from having a backup of this. As I said, I am going to get a backup of the Victoria Beckham foundation, and at the same time, I'm going to get my concealer pen. I have Light 1 and Fairlight 2 because I use different ones on different areas of the face, and because it is a pen and the packaging is opaque and black, I'm not going to know, and that's what happened last time. I was clicking away and nothing came out, and I had to order it and wait like 3 days for it to come. That is enough of that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one where I'm going to start sharing with you my holiday makeup collection so that there's still time for you to maybe pick up some things. You know, I'm not going to wait and do it right before Christmas because everyone's done their beauty shopping and by then, and we kind of want to enjoy using those products from now really. But I've finished, as of today, the last thing that's holiday that I ordered has arrived, and I will start doing brand specific looks and maybe then looks where I use a few different things and mix and match a bit more. Anyway, I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you in the next one.